You know, as a cancer patient, you spend a lot of time worried that the cancer is going to come back and finish what it started. And that's not a way to live. Hi, my name is Tamika Felder. I am a cervical cancer survivor and the founder of Cervivor Inc. I had a beautiful childhood in Summerville, South Carolina. When I was growing up, I always had these thoughts and dreams of what my life would look like. And I loved thinking, what will I do when I'm in my 20s? Where will I live? How many kids will I have? Who will I be married to? And cancer was never something that I wrote in my diary. And so when cancer came into my life, it just disrupted everything. I went to school for broadcast journalism, and so I was living the dream in Washington, D.C. as a television producer. And I remember thinking, gosh, my life is so great right now. And on the Beltway here in Washington, D.C., I remember thinking, like, my arm hurts. And so the pain just kept getting worse and worse, and then eventually my mom was like, you should go see a doctor. You know, the last doctor that I saw prior to being diagnosed with cancer, I remember her telling me, like, oh, your stomach is so big you wouldn't even know if you were pregnant. And I was just embarrassed, I was ashamed, and I'm a very confident person, but I immediately said, you know what, I'm gonna leave. And she said, no, I just want to share with you that you need to get healthy. And she really fat shamed me, and she made me feel uncomfortable. You already have to get undressed in front of someone and be completely vulnerable. They're sticking their fingers, you know, in your vagina. And at this time when I was at my most vulnerable, she made me feel horrible. And I wasn't screened for 3.5, 4 years. And when I was screened again, I had cervical cancer. I saved my life, and that meant losing my fertility. It also meant carrying around this shame, this burden of cervical cancer is so heavy. One, you're dealing with an intimate area, but also there's the human papilloma virus, HPV, that's associated with it. And I remember foolishly thinking, I can do hard things. I've been through hard things. Well, no one prepares you for what a cancer journey is going to be like. I think a lot of times people think they know what a cancer journey is like, but you'll never know until you experience it firsthand. And now I know that it's horrific, it's isolating, it's lonely when you are on the other side. You feel tortured. You feel that you can't push through to another day, that this is it. I remember when I kissed my mom and my best friend and I told them goodbye because the pain was so awful. And then you make it another day, and then maybe you can make it another day. You have these amazing friends who are getting married and they're having children, and you're hosting baby showers or you're attending baby showers. And I remember one of my friends, she looked at me, we're smiling and we're taking pictures, and I've got this plastic smile on, and my smile is never plastic. And she just said, are you okay? And I was like, I'm okay. And I wasn't okay, because I was like, I'll never have this moment. I will never have this moment. I got offered the most beautiful, selfless gift that I will tell you, Jenny ruined it for all gift givers. No one will ever be able to top this gift. She just said, you've given so much, and I can't believe that you weren't able to become a mom, and I want you to have this feeling. She had just had twins via surrogate because of her own cervical cancer diagnosis. And I mean, I don't even have words for it. And now that he's here and I get to hold him and he knows me, he knows my voice, he knows that I'm his mom or this crazy person who wakes him up with off-key songs every morning. And it is beautiful. And to think that cancer almost took that away from me. And I get to spend whatever time I have left on this earth with him, loving him and having adventures with him. And it's a reminder that cancer didn't win. I hope my son knows that I tried to do some good while I was here and that he truly is my greatest joy. I want him to know that his mom is resilient and that families don't have to match at all. I became an advocate because I was pissed off that no one was talking about cervical cancer. I was like, where's my ribbon? Where's my 5K walk? Where's my t-shirt? And so I created this organization. I wanted a place where people could talk about it and not like put a Band-Aid over it. And we have many partners that we work with like Tigerlily that are so amazing. But we want no one to feel alone. We want people to know that cervical cancer is not something they should be ashamed of, and it does not define their entire existence. It feels so good to know that my story is making a difference. You know, when I started my career as a broadcast journalist, I told other people's stories. I didn't think that I would be sharing my own story. You know, you never know the power of your own story. You never know how your story can impact someone individually or impact the masses. When I testified for the state of Maryland for the fertility law, I didn't want to do it because to me that was the true pain point of my cancer experience, that I could say that I lost my fertility, but I didn't want to get into the weeds of how it made me feel. And I helped pass that law, and it felt good. It was bittersweet because I knew that it wouldn't help me, but it would help other people. But here I am, a mom, just in a different way. I'm Tamika Felder. This is my life, and this is my legacy.